Hey there, friends, and welcome back to another 3-Minute Thoughts. My name is Derek, and in the next 3 minutes, we're going to take a look at Acts chapters 24 through 26. Today, we're walking with Paul through 3 chapters that feel more like a courtroom documentary than anything else. Paul isn't planting churches anymore. He's actually defending the gospel before the most powerful leaders in the region. But every defense becomes an opportunity for proclamation of that very same gospel. Acts chapter 24 finds Paul standing before Felix, where his integrity is under pressure. If you remember, what's inside comes out when the pressure of life squeezes in, and here we'll see that from Paul. Paul stands before the Governor Felix, accused by the Jewish leadership. They used everything from flattery to exaggeration and even fear, classical political pressure tactics. But Paul's response? He remained calm with the truth. He provided an honest witness, and he provided a tremendous clarity to the gospel. For those original hearers, this mattered. Mostly because in those early Christians, they had no cultural power. Paul shows them how to stand when the world misrepresents their faith. They're supposed to stand with integrity, with clarity, and with courage. If we look at this from the greater story of salvation, we see that this scene reminds us that the gospel doesn't spread through manipulating power. It spreads through faithful witness and selfless service. And for you and I today, Paul challenges the instinct to panic when Christianity is misunderstood. You don't win by shouting louder. The gospel wins by standing upon the truth with the peace of Christ at the core. Chapter 25, Festus inherits Paul's case and tries to appease the Jewish leaders. Paul appeals to Caesar not as a political stunt, but because he knows the Lord intends for him to carry the gospel to Rome. To the early church, this was stunning. God wasn't just using suffering. He was using the Roman legal system itself to advance his own mission. From the courtrooms to the politicians to governors, none of them could derail the plan of God. In this wider plan of salvation, this chapter shows God steering history so the gospel spreads from Jerusalem to the center of the empire. And we can be reminded that even imperfect systems, even unjust situations can become highways for the gospel. Our final chapter today, 26, Paul stands before King Agrippa, a man with Jewish background, Roman authority, and a messy moral record. Paul says, I wasn't disobedient to the heavenly vision. He's living proof that the risen Christ can take a life raised in opposition and turn it into a force for his kingdom. For those original hearers, we see that if Paul can change, anyone can. In the greater story of salvation, Agrippa's near conversion, almost you persuade me to become a Christian, shows that the gospel confronts every human heart, no matter its rank. And for you and me today, we see the courage to speak in confidence that Jesus can reach anyone can be ours as well. That's it for today. Be well, friends.